सभी को मेरी नमस्ते। सब बिटियाएं हमारी ऑल ओवर इंडिया में जो घरों पर हैं, हम उम्मीद करते हैं बिल्कुल स्वस्थ होंगी। हम इस लॉकडाउन के दौरान इस वीडियो लेक्चर के द्वारा एजुकेशन को जारी रखना चाहते हैं। तो आज का जो मेरा टॉपिक है बोगर सिनॉप्टिक की, जो कि बोगर डॉक्टर CM बोगर की लाइफ का सबसे परिष्कृत, सबसे रिफाइंड बुक है। इन द लास्ट ऑफ हिज लाइफ टाइम, this is the last work of his lifetime, which was published in the year 1915. So myself, JV'n Professor Dr. Anil Kumar Vangani, HOD Department of Repertory, is going to take the topic Boger's Synoptic Key today. So this most refined work was first of all published in the year 1915. The second edition was published in the very next year, in the year 1916. The third edition was published in the year 1931. Introduction about Boger's synoptic key. It is based on the similar pathogenic symptoms with limited number of remedies. So it contains information about the characteristic features or the characteristic symptoms of the medicines, whether in materia medica or the conversion of them into rubric in the repertory part, or the third part of this book, that is supplementary reference table, which we will discuss later on. So it's all based on characteristic features of the medicine, the similar pathogenic symptoms. The philosophical background, it's based on Boger's philosophy, which was primarily influenced by Dr. Bonigason. That is the concept of characteristic particular symptoms. You know, Bonigason has given a lot of emphasis on particulars, and that too which are characteristic. It is based on section 153 of Organon of Medicine, which says about characteristic symptoms. Boger has added his own philosophy in this Bonigason's philosophy, that is the doctrine of pathological generals. So we have to remember that this book is based on philosophy of the characteristic particular symptoms as well as the philosophy of pathological generals. The construction of this book can be described into three. It is divided in three parts. The first part is repertory proper. The second part is synopsis. Synopsis means summarized materia medica. The meaning of synopsis is summarized materia medica here. And the third part is supplementary reference table. The repertory part, which is the first part of this book, is again divided into four subparts. The first subpart is the periods of aggravation. That means the time modalities. The second part is conditions of aggravation and amelioration. That means the conditional modalities. The third part is generalities. That means the general rubrics or generals. And the fourth part is the regional repertory. That means the particulars. Synopsis. So synopsis is actually the general exposition of the genius of medicine. Genius of medicine means the characteristic features of medicine which represents its totality, which represents its individuality actually. It is actually the materia medica part in a very summarized form. The synopsis wordly or literally means summary. So it's a summarized form of materia medica in a very short form, having only characteristic features, which are the most important features of the remedies, which also includes the physiological sphere of action at the top of it, the modalities, and the relationship. So you will get At the top of each medicine described physiological sphere of action, modalities, and the relationship. It has 323 remedies arranged in alphabetical order, from Abrotenum to Zincum valeriana. The third segment of this book is Supplementary Reference Table, or SRT. It comprises of Part 1, table of approximate duration of action of the remedies in weeks. Then second part is the complementary remedies, which are arranged in alphabetical order. The third part is the antagonistic remedies, which are arranged again in alphabetical order. And the fourth part of supplementary reference table is very useful, that is the index of symptoms. Now the gradation of remedies, evaluation of remedies in synoptic key is done in 3 grades. The first grade is represented by capital fonts, as you can see Nux vomica over here. The second grade of medicine is given in bold Roman, an example you can see here, as well as the third grade is also given in Roman, but simple Roman, not bold. You can see the example over here. So the first grade, capital; the second grade, bold Roman; third grade, simple Roman. Now, advantages of using Boger synoptic key is that number one, it contains materia medica with key symptoms, which is very useful after reportization to compare various remedies to decide the summum. It contains supplementary reference table for quick reference. It has useful features like list of complementary and antagonistic remedies, which are useful for selection of second prescription. Then pathological rubrics are very well represented according to Boger's own philosophy, which is very much useful in modern day practice. Now, there are certain limitations of Boger's synoptic key. Number one, it contains a very few medicines in the synoptic part, and number two, few remedies are there in repertory part as well, which are very insufficient nowadays. It's only 323 remedies in the repertory part. Many rubrics are unconfirmed and are left in supplementary reference table to be included later on and are still there after 100 years of its publication. They were included in SRT, supplementary reference table, to be included in the main repertory after being confirmed clinically. But no one has done this job. 100 years have been elapsed since then, since its publication. Boger's totality, which is based on Bonnigason's philosophy, is changed over here in BSK and is limited to 5 points. I will like to enumerate over here. The first point is modalities. We have to take modalities or give highest value to the modalities, then the mental aspect, and third, the sensations of the patient. Then fourth part is the objective aspect of the patient, what you see, what are the type of discharges, what is the expression on the face of the patient, and the part fifth is fifth is the particular, that is the regional part. So here the regional is given the last, whereas the modality is given, mind has been given the top value, which is very much opposite to Bonnigason's philosophy. So here I have discussed that modality has been given top importance with the mental on the next, whereas in Bonnigason's method, we have seen that mental is taken in last as differentiating factor. Thus, it becomes very important in Bonnigason's work. Particulars are there here taken in the last, whereas in Bonnigason they are taken primarily. In supplementary reference table, duration of action of medicine is given in weeks. Relationship of remedies are given, especially the complementary and antagonistic actions in supplementary reference table. Now we have to discuss some special features. We are going to discuss certain special features of Boger synoptic key. Here the materia medica associated with the work in a very summarized form, and that too of characteristic features of the medicines is very useful. Therefore, this book is known as synoptic key. Materia medica includes a summarized description on top about what? About physiological action, about the parts on which the medicine acts, and the important modalities on the top of the each medicine. And at the bottom of each and every medicine, you will get its relationship over there, like complementary or antagonistic medicines. In repertory part also, special emphasis is given on modalities, then generalities, and in last the particulars. So repertory is arranged in two columns. The synonym or similar are indicated in the repertory part by the word "see", whereas the cross-references are represented by the word "com", means compare, after the medicine. The day and night modalities and the time modalities are given in the form 1 to 12 AM PM format, not 1 to 24, that is the international format. The rubrics are arranged in alphabetical order. The special rubrics in the repertory, in the main repertory, are anticipation aggravates, breakfast aggravates, mental exertion aggravates, moon phases aggravate, seasons aggravate, smoke aggravate, woolens aggravate. So these are the rubrics which are very commonly used in day-to-day practice, which are given very well in this repertory rather than the other repertories. Some special rubrics in supplementary reference table are discussed below. They are as follows: bronchial asthma catarrhal, bones exostosis, chlasma, mucus colitis, dandruff, X-ray burns, etc. So these are also some special kind of rubrics which you will not find so easily in other repertories. Now, how to work out similimum with Boger synoptic key? The question arises how to use this book. Before that, I will like to show you uh, uh, details of the book uh, at some website. Here it is. Sorry, I'm unable to open that over here. So we move further in this lecture. So how to work out similimum with Boger synoptic key? First of all, elicit the symptoms of sickness. Ask the patient what are the symptoms he is suffering from. And along with that, ask the modifying details, how it is aggravated, how it is ameliorated, especially relating to time, motion, eating, drinking, talking, being alone or being in company, the posture, while standing, while sitting, while stooping, while lying, etc., in open air or in closed room, etc. So we have to ask about the modalities of each and every complaint. Next, try to elicit how and when the complaints were started. Especially, we have to reach at the causation over here. Next, try to observe the mental state of the patient in the course of illness. For example, the patient may be reflecting irritability, sadness, fear in his grimaces and gestures. Next, elicit patient's sensation about his suffering in his or her own words. For example, burning, cutting, bursting, throbbing, thirsty, nausea, frequent urging for stool, all gone feeling, etc. This is so important, the sensation in the own words of the patient, whether he is having frequent desire for stool, or he's having no urge for stool, he's having great thirst, having desire for drinking water, cold water especially, again and again, in sips or in large quantities, whatever the patient is saying, we have to take note of. Then take your own observation, the objective aspect, the confirming sign of all the symptoms you have asked up till now. You have to see for any queer sign present amongst them, any strange sign. For example, the facial expression and color, demeanor. Demeanor means the conduct in state of sickness, any nervousness, any type of secretion, any special type of secretion the patient is having. Then sensible behavior is there or not as per situation, or there is some deviation. So you have to consider all of them in your own observations. And lastly, consider the part, that is whether the mouth, knee, elbow, stomach, head are affected. Any part which is affected and which side of body is affected, you have to take note of. Now try to mark a single string running through the whole case. You have to see, or you have to select 4 or 5 remedies and decide the final medicine by differentiating with the help of qualified mental symptom and the modalities. So here the modalities and the mental symptoms becomes differentiating. This is known as eliminating repertorization, continuous elimination. First you are taking modalities, then you are taking mentals in this case. So the approach of reaching to the minimum in bogus synoptic key involves use of Kent and Bonning-Asson's method together. Thus it can be called as working bridge between Kent and Bonning-Asson's method. So at the end, now we are going to give you an assignment to know how much you have understood and how much you are carrying out of this lecture. So first of all, I would like to put some university questions to check your understanding. 2 questions are there. The first is, what various editions and sections does Boger synoptic key contain? I repeat, what various editions and sections does Boger synoptic key contain? The second question is, how dreams of flying will be searched in this repertory? How dreams of flying, I repeat, how dreams of flying will be searched in this repertory? Then we would also like to put some competitive question from today's topic, which is as follows. Now, which of the following, the question is, which of the following are all present in combination in BSK? The first combination, anxiety, disgust, embarrassment, and yielding. The second combination, open air, cloudy weather, winter, autumn. The third combination, walking, running, sleeping, exertion. And the fourth combination, knee, head, mouth, chest. You have to select one of above 4 combinations which is all present in Boger's synoptic key. So thanks students for your patience, and I hope you have understood what has been taught to you in this lecture. So goodbye and take care of your health, and see you again very soon. Thank you all.